What is up, stream? It's once again your commissioner in chief, I guess you can call it that. And we're here. I'm joined here by Jacob Daniel Crawford, also known as Boss Tones. Boss Tones, say hi to the people.
Hi, everybody. And don't use my freaking government name, man.
That's your court name, huh?
Yeesh.
So anyway, we got a spicy one for you guys today. We have the finals of the I guess the upper bracket league. We have Location 69, Sasuke's Defense Battalion. Try saying that 5 times fast. And against Noble 5, a much easier to remember, much easier to type out name. So, wait, what? Oh, okay. Cool. So, a little bit of a lot of people didn't really think that Location 69 would be here. To be completely honest with you, the more dominant team that they beat in the semifinals wasn't able to watch that game. Were you able to, Boss Tones?
No, I've been avoiding League of Legends since Noble 5 clapped our cheeks and at Club Penguin. So, but no, like real talk, L69 felt like one of those teams that was just kind of like, I don't know. I think I've heard it described as like there's a lot of Chiefs and not enough Indians, and their synergy wasn't always there. But they wrapped it together and they found the synergy with all these Chiefs. So good on them. They're making their way into hopefully a victory today.
I guess we'll see. But yeah, we're going ahead and getting into this pick ban. We already see a J4 ban for the side of Noble 5. Also, Menbung will be subbing in for Cvan. So we're going to be seeing the Menbung jungle again because he can't stay away from it, honestly speaking. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. But we're not going to see him on that J4.
Juice Me Daddy also filling in again for our good boy Flesh, who has temporarily retired from League of Legends. He'll be running down the mid lane probably for Noble 5 tonight.
Yeah, makes sense. So we also see a Kled ban, an Echo ban, and then on the other side for Location 69, we have a Sivir ban. Going to go ahead and respect the AD carry and respect the most played AD carry in PMA LCS history, Sivir. And then a little bit of respect bans there from the Fiora, where Tui has been tearing up the top lane with that pick. We're not going to be able to see it this game. And then Katarina, the guy that 1v9'd against our team on Thursday. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, nope, I had to go against that since and the Noble 5 gaming got clapped on it. So, feels good to get that ban. So, good on him for getting the respect ban out. But Hecarim getting locked in on the Noble 5 side. Maya loves that champion, just runs down, deletes 80 carries. And then we got Gragas and Caitlyn locked in for L69 and Zyra Khan.
Ooh, hey, I heard It's Your Boy is pretty good on that champion. And we have the Lovers duo in the bot lane against a Caitlyn and a Morgana. The Morgana could be flexed. However, I do foresee that being the support pickup there. Pretty good.
That is a Juice Me Daddy champion. Or excuse me. Wait, wrong team. Yeah, right. No, never mind. Wrong team. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
so in the matchup, I gave it to Caitlyn Morgana all the way.
I think so too. Yeah, it's just a really, really oppressive lane. It really stifles the Rakan engage, which is really what he's there for. Morgana, especially if they go into the glacial augment category instead of the area. I have seen that in solo queue, so we'll have to see where that goes. But we go into the second round of banning, and they're just throwing the rest of the bans at Rutui. Jax Camille being taken off the table. Meanwhile, on the other side is going to be the Swain Malphite being taken off the table.
Makes sense. Warturi has a favoritism towards split push style champions, though we have seen him play stuff like Akali and Poppy, which is a main champion for him. So
yeah. Well, I don't really understand that. So why would they ban the Camille if they were just going to pick up the Poppy? The Poppy is known to counter the Camille.
So the logic is whenever you're going against like a higher elo player or a highly elo brother, you wanted to get them on a tank champion so they're not as effective map wide. That's something that we tried to do against them, where we wanted to get him onto the Poppy so that we could have the ability to affect the rest of the map without having to worry about a Camille or a Fiora or a Jax diving our backline and messing us up there. So they wanted on a lower impact champ, I guess.
Well, I don't know how much of a lower impact champ Gnar is, but that's what he's going with at this point in time. Gnar really good, going to be able to really use that effectiveness for the range on the Poppy and a Yasuo. I mean, yeah, I see it. The Poppy knockup as well as the Gragas displacement as well. I can really see that being in good synergy with Yasuo. Yasuo really good at stifling, but the thing is, there's not a lot of projectiles per se coming from the side of Noble 5. I guess it's just more of a let me try and carry out this game. Let me get this 3-item Yasuo going and try and just pick everybody off from the back line. So I'm definitely interested to see what this is Lugo is able to do on that Yasuo pickup.
The Poppy's definitely going to stifle some of the popping around that Arya and Gnar are going to want to do, but the Gnar
and the Rakan as well.
too, yeah. Now I'm curious as to see whether it's going to be who is their top laner. There's a lot of flex options there, actually.
No, I think it's the Gragas. It's the Gragas jungle with the Poppy top.
It's Poppy top. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's
I think there's some cheeky maneuvering they could do in Champ Select if they felt like.
Where else could the Gragas get? Well, I mean,
the Gragas can play support. It can play jungle, and it can be maneuvering.
Now here's the thing: Poppy support has been seeing a lot of play in the Korean meta.
Yeah, and it cucks Rakan.
And it does make Rakan feel really bad. You could probably make an argument that it's Morgana mid, but this is Lugo. I mean, but then at that point you're looking at a Yasuo top, and I just don't think that's effective into the Gnar.
Yeah, and Lugo does show a preference towards like high mechanical champions too, so I'd be surprised about the Yasuo going mid if it does. But the Gnar is going back to the Gnar is definitely not going to be like one of those low impact champs we talked about. It has the potential to bully throughout the lane phase of mini Gnar. The only obnoxious thing about them is they have to play around the
Mega Gnar.
But even then, I think like the compensation from Hecarim and Rakan lets them just screw that. Like they don't have to play around the Mega Gnar if they don't want to. They can force things down with Hecarim Rakan combos, and then Mega Gnar can follow up on the end just to catch people off if fights start going the wrong way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think what we're seeing here is a high dive potential from Noble 5. Depending on how the Poppy is played, there's not a huge amount of disengage options from the side of L69, aside from maybe a Gragas cask and the Poppy being able to knock multiple members away with her ultimate. Not a huge amount of disengage, but I guess it just really depends on how the transition from the early to mid game is. If that Poppy becomes effective during the rotations and the macro play, I think Noble 5 is going to have a pretty hard time. However, we are talking about Maie's Hecarim, who, I mean, we've seen just solo carry games before.
Yeah, how bad are we seeing that? It's nasty. But yeah, no, I'm just looking at the team comp straight up. I'm giving it to Noble 5's comp just at a glance. I always feel squeamish about Gragas being on a team, even though I know that's a Menmung champ, and that's a champ that does get played in the professional scene. I feel like there's a lot of other champions that do what Gragas wants to do a little bit better right now, at least coming out of the jungle or support role, which is where he frequents. But
yeah, and he just received a nerf for this patch, didn't he?
I'm not entirely sure.
His I do believe that his drunken, I don't know, his W is 1 second on a higher cooldown, as well as the fact that it doesn't give him as tanky of stats as well, which is what the higher elos have been like really abusing and what Korean has been really abusing, and that actually just got nerfed because I don't think Riot wants him in the world's meta.
This is kind of sad. Like I like to see Gragas played, but
I do too. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, kind of rounding back. Like I think there are other champs that do what Gragas wants to get done better, and I think if you're using him as a disengage tool, there are other champions that can do that as well. Champions like Janna that you can just easily slot in to be the Enchantress, Poke Mage, and bot lane with the Comet and Domination tree build. It can play basically just like a Morgana can. The only thing you're lacking is a spell shield. You're just packing regular shields at that point. I think that.
Yeah, go for it. No, you're good.
I was like, I think that also provides a little extra synergy with the Yasuo coming out of mid lane, because I think the Yasuo is definitely going to be the focal point of carry for that team. The Caitlyn Morgana lane is going to be dominant, but I don't know if they're going to necessarily they're going against the weaker half of Noble 5, so they may be the focal point of carry, but if that lane gets stymied in any way, then we're looking at a mid game fall off for that bot lane.
Yeah, I do agree. And so something that I was going to actually point out is, funnily enough, there's been a lot of support mains, professional supports that have been spamming Zyra, and I don't really see that too much here in the PME LCS meta. Like right now, Zyra is like a really, really high contested pick because she can. I mean, minus like the high engaged champions, the hook champions rather, like the Nautilus, the Thresh, the Pike. Very like we didn't see any of those bans nor picked. You know, like what's the deal with that?
So like you're talking about Zyra being pick ban across competitive
Well,
play?
just like Nautilus or Thresh
Oh,
or
Nautilus Thresh.
Pike.
So like I definitely think like Nautilus is a champion that has been slept on in the PMA I'm not entirely sure for like at least in the upper league. I know we
Oh,
constantly
it's
talked about wanting to be playing it, and then we just never ended up playing it because people would leave Morgana open, and we just insta lock Morgana.
yeah, yeah.
But I mean, Nautilus is just a busted champion right now. I think
Agree.
that people have slept on all of the CC that he can provide out of the lane, but also I
Or
think that
Leona as well. Leona is really hot in solo queue, almost pick ban, and we don't see any of that here. I guess it just comes down to what is comfortable and not in a solo queue mentality.
yeah, and I think that's what it breaks down to. Like these champions do succeed. Like I think the Leona and the Nautilus succeed more when you want the support to be the focal point of the driving point of the lane. If your support isn't the driver, then you want them on an Enchanter, you want them on a Morgana, or you want them on a Janna, or you want them on somebody that's going to be able to
Sona,
sit back
yes.
and poke rather than
Soraka's
yeah.
really good right now too. Yeah.
Like so if we look towards Shaboy's side, like he is definitely one of those support players in the upper league that wants to be in the driver's seat for the lane. He wants to be playing Rakan, he wants to be playing Leona, he wants to play these champions that go in, but he also has the capability to fall back and play the Soraka. So if like he did get banned off of the Rakan one game and the team just so aligned to him for him to play Soraka or him to play Nami or something like that, he can play that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just the nature of the upper league where there's more mechanical ability from the AD carry role, and that makes it to where you can have these more passive lane phases rather than something that constantly wants to go in and get that lead as fast as possible. Since we're
Yeah.
looking at like a bigger picture of macro play versus just mechanical play and the 2v2s or the 1v1s.
Gotcha. Well, we're loading into the game now. Taking just a quick little look at the runes here. We do see Gnar opt in for that press the attack, not the grasp with the undying. Kind of shows you where he wants to be. He wants to be able to bully that Poppy very early into the game. Definitely really like to see that. We see the Elderwood Ari being chosen as the skin of choice. Really do enjoy that skin. Still think KDA is a little bit better, but he's going the Glacial Augment. A lot of mid laners nowadays are going that Glacial Augment because Hextech GLP or the Twin Shadows are just so good.
Yeah, it's
So
it's
good with
definitely
that.
one of the more toxic rune sets that you can run in league right now. Just ask Dylan Hortensi and he'll rant about it for 4 years. But yeah, no, that's probably the go-to glacial build right now for Ari. I think the assassin build has just as much viability, but looking at their team comp, I think Ari is going to be playing more of the support role between the Gnar and the Hecarim. He's going to be wanting to like drop the Spooky Ghost and
Control,
drop
yeah, control the lane.
the Hextech GLP and set up and control those areas around the neutral objectives or control the ganks coming in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's one of the inherent problems. Like me personally, I hate going against. By the way, we're gonna pause at 10.
Yep.
I personally hate going against the Glacial Augment because it allows these assassin quote unquote type mid laners to have that control mage style when it's just like it's just really not needed. And now the Ari can easily land the charm, can easily land the forms of CC, and the damage output as well is still there. It's
Hey,
just
pause at
it's
12 and not
absolutely
10.
crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah. I missed it because my client was fucking up.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm paused at 13. Meet me at 13.
Okay. All right, I'm on 13.
Okay, I was about to say if you paused at 14, I was gonna be actually mad. All right, 3, 2, 1, play. All right. Make sure that we have the portraits all aligned. Should have done that while we were paused. All right, yeah, everything seems to be good. So there's a lot of pinging going down in the bottom lane.
Looks like
Looks
we're
like both of
aggressing
these
for an
are
early game 5v5.
Yeah, I think the Morgana is a little bit more favored with the binding potential. The Ari could opt to go the charm first. going around the Krugs, trying to see what they can manage here. Noble 5 has to be very, very careful here. Who's gonna go first? I think they both know. Oh no! Oh, JJ Bell, you hit the trigger a little too early. A huge knock up there from the recon, but it doesn't matter. Rafal being taken down very low. The heel is burned. This is Lugo taking down It's Your Boy as well. There are multiple members going down. Work to it, getting the backside, but he's not going to be enough. Kaligi with another kill. Juice Me Daddy is on the run, trying to make it out. Oh, the binding hits. This is Lugo with 2 kills. Go next.
Yeah, if L69 loses this game, then he don't install. like no fans and buts about it. If they throw this lead, they have a 1-0-4 lead in the bot lane on both of their laners there. They have a 2-0-3 lead in mid lane. Fucking, there's no excuse. Like, there's absolutely no excuse for them to throw this lead.
Yeah, an unofficial ace for the side of Location 69. So that's definitely going to dictate the tempo of this game at this point. I think Noble 5 is going to be really looking to, for lack of a better term, they just need to slow the game down at this point. Like, at 2 minutes, you have to be like, all right, well.
Yeah, you just
we gotta slow the game down
in the eye to start this game within the first 5 minutes, so you're gonna have to go see the doctor for a little while.
It's like okay. So now with this in mind, Noble 5 is definitely going to be looking for an extended laning phase. What can they do to get that in?
Honestly, they're just going to have to hug turrets. I'm expecting this bot lane to now start just try to shove them as hard as they can. Like, the first Drake that we've got coming up on the map is Earth Drake, and that's just going to benefit this team massively with a Caitlyn on L69's side. But they're just going to have to do their best and try to look for these, like, small neutral objective, like, screw-ups on their side. Oof. But even then, like, it's hard to see it coming now. And this Yasuo is just doing work on mid lane right now.
Yeah. Really interesting to note, though, the Yasuo went Fleet Footwork, not Conquer.
So in the matchup there on mid, you go Fleet Footwork because it helps you sustain a little bit better against the Ahri. Ahri does typically favor in that matchup to start out. With his lead now, I imagine that's not going to really be a factor.
Yeah, I think right now he's wishing that he had Conquer for those extended team fights. Already having a Brawler's Glove and a Dagger, that Zeal's going to come out really, really soon.
It's going to definitely come down to, I think it's a skill matchup, but let's go down to like Juice Me Daddy to see if he can outplay the gold advantage that's there. You have to bank on Lugo trying to go super aggro.
Yeah, for sure. Something interesting to note, Lugo already almost 1k up on his opponent, 900 gold to be more exact. So he's definitely going to be feeling that all throughout the game. But it is, like we said, it is the control style Ahri, so it's not going to feel too bad for the early levels because he's not really going to be looking to go in anyway. And Ratui already putting in so much damage on Rafal here in the top lane with these skirmishes.
Yeah, like I said, the Ahri is definitely not going to be looking to make the trades, but it just feels worse because you still want to play that slower style. And with Yasuo having the lead that he has, he's not going to let Ahri play that slow style. He's going to be looking to be the aggressor. And especially now with like the lead on him, like they could just start looking towards bot lane come like level 5, level 6 with this Gragas and get this knockup stuff going on. Like it's insane what they can do with this lead that they have.
Oh yeah, for sure. So a little bit of discretion coming from the junglers here. Menbung opting for the Dark Seal plus the boots to start getting that Predator buff in. Oh, there it is. There's the combo that everyone loves in the bot lane. The binding into the easy Yordle Snapchat. But it looks like this is Lugo is caught in a bad situation. He gets ignited from Maye. He is going to go down. Wow, Menbung just missing that. And meanwhile, Wartui in the top lane trying to make something happen against Rafal. No.
Ooh.
It's not going to hit.
That.
Yeah.
That was a kill if he hit it. But, I mean, there we see the aggression that we talked about, Lugo. They're just wanting to be on the gas, and they can take advantage of that if he just stays on the gas and doesn't even worry about rewarding his flanks correctly. Like, Hagrim's going to be the guy that goes around those weird angles and can come in super fast before you can actually recognize what's happening.
And, like, at the same time, you know, Lugo thought that he had the help from Menbung. He was just there, but not really respecting the damage.
Oh my god! That was almost so super clean! What? Rafal,
right.
the ball's on this man.
All right. Well, if it was anybody but Nar, it would have worked, and he would have gotten away with it too if it hadn't been for that meddling boomerang.
Just yikes, man! Like it's like a yikes play now, but like had that worked.
He just barely missed the stun on that turret. That's actually an oofers. That's a pretty feels bad, man. You hate to see it, but
you hate to see that.
You really do. Also, Ratui, if you're going back and watching this VOD and you're saying that was calculated, you're a goddamn fucking liar.
Yeah, no.
I don't care what the fuck you say. That's the biggest lie that's ever been told.
Oh man.
Oh god.
But now we're seeing this pressure come out in bot lane though. This CS lead is mounting in the favor of Caitlyn and Morgana right now.
Yeah, natural. Oh, JJ Bell, you get out of there right now, mister. Oh wow, actually, Juice Me Daddy trying to put in a little bit of damage on the Lugo. It is working. All 3 Spirit Rushes burned. This is Lugo. Yeah, I mean, not being able to win.
Ooh, not long enough.
No, that was a forever and a day. The Ignite coming in. Juice Me Daddy going down to This Is Lugo. The very last tick of that knockup being able to be enough to get that ultimate off.
Hecarim floating around on bot side, but his bot's just too low to actually be able to get anything done here.
JJ Bell does have heal. He could try and bait something out, but nah, I don't think so.
Nah, I don't trust it. Just take the reset.
Yeah, I agree.
No need to be greedy when you've got, you know, your team has stabilized just a little bit from the shenanigans that happened at level 1. Let's not try to make anything worse.
Pretty solid boomerang miss there from Rutui. Sorry, I don't know why I'm blaming him. I don't even know the dude. But Menbong actually taking the blue buff there from that was an interaction. All right, cool. So Rutui having the lane priority is there first. However, Poppy is gonna go ahead and take Rutui out of there.
I think that was a fight that they potentially could have stuck around on a little bit. Yasuo does have the damage to take care of one of them, turning into a 3v2 situation. But I guess Rafal was just like, no, I don't want to do this.
Ooh. That was a little spooky there. Oh, Juice Me Daddy. Oh! Wow. Out of Menbong, it looks like he is going to go down. The red buff being pulled over. Maya now getting his blue buff that was just stolen, plus the red buff. That's going to be a lot of advantage going back to the side of Noble 5 in the jungle side.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that Menbong did wrong there. It was just they had superior vision control over there. They knew that Yasuo backed off. So they just took the invade with their 2v2, or the 2v1.
Mm-hmm. The 2v1, yeah.
I'm really surprised, though, that they didn't actually aggress on that Rakan just a couple moments ago when they knew that he was alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but I do know that Lugo has a static Shiv at 8 minutes, so...
That's big. That's going to help him in the wave clear department against the Ahri, where Ahri holds the advantage. And the burst potential in there, too. Ooh.
Yeah, everything, really. I mean, the static shift just opens up so many areas of play for the Yasuo. It gives him that little bit of extra damage, gives him that wave clear that normally isn't there as well. The Ahri, only having a lost chapter at this point, is significantly behind with those 2 kills. And I believe Lugo also got the first blood in that as well. Or it might have been Kaligi. I don't 100% remember. But, yeah, there's a lot of gold right now on that Yasuo. Really going to be the point of contention. As you said, in Champ Select, like, he's going to be the pivot point.
And we look to see that L69 is now setting up for this Earth Drake. They definitely want to get that on their side. The range advantage that Caitlyn provides to give them so much sieging potential throughout this game, with Menbong creeping along right here.
Yeah, Menbong in the bush. It doesn't look as if Noble 5 know that he's there. The Yasuo coming down for a 4-man bottom lane. Looks like he's recalling. I think Maya sniffed something out. As Yasuo comes forward, the Predator coming through as well. The cast gonna hit both members. Oh, but the huge charm from It's Your Boy Lugo going down. Gonna be the only one going down from that fight from L69 side. Relatively though, a really good casket to go ahead and engage that. Really good defensive mechanism there from It's Your Boy to just auto stunning, but it's not gonna be enough.
Yeah, the 1 for 2 and should be a dragon as top lane's getting scrappy up here with Rafal trading back and forward with Rutui.
Yeah, Rutui just barely missing the wall off of that Gnar.
I'm surprised that they greeted for a little bit on bot. I would have immediately rotated up for that dragon versus staying down there. But I guess they just thought they could try to pressure the turret and get it.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, they're still gonna get the dragon. Earth Drake still gonna be really.
This Drake just becomes that much more riskier, though. You've got items and back advantage now on the side of N5 as they come in for this fight.
Oh, that's true. And Maya is here now. Menbug being stuck in the back of the pit. However, we do see a teleport coming in from Rafal. No response from Ratui. As oh my god, that was a huge amount of damage coming out of Maya. Rafal saying, "Get out of here." The bottom lane in the middle of everything. Kaligi is trying to ult out. Oh my god, but just the Caitlyn traps from Vitatis putting on so much damage onto JJ Bell. Looks like he's going to go down. They've turned this. Maya going in, trying to get something else. Stopwatch being burned on Kaligi. He is going to go down. Maya, being slammed into the wall by Rafal.
I wouldn't have taken that if I was Poppy, but I mean, he was already down there, so he had to make something happen.
Yeah, and it looks like Ratui going to try and make something happen to try and take this tower down. The bottom lane doesn't look as if it's oh, that was a huge charge onto Vitatis. The boy's still going down. The Ignite not going to be enough.
Though. Holy shit.
Oh my god, the Ignite not being enough. Triumph just barely saving Vitatis. But it's first tower for Ratui.
Overall, though, like this is still swinging in the favor of L69. They got the dragon. They're getting this follow-up turret. They won a really crucial fight. This Caitlyn's got a big lead now. Yasuo's still sitting on his lead. Like it's
hard. It's hard.
I said this. If you throw this game, uninstall.
But, I mean, so here's the thing. A huge point of contention has now shifted into this top lane. Where Tui on the Gnar is going to be a threat. That Mega Gnar is going to be a huge pivot point for the side of Noble 5. Maye also still creeping up on that Triforce. I mean, he's going to be huge as well, sitting at 3 and 2. He's not exactly feeding. He's taking these fights a little bit too soon, in my opinion. But, you know, that's pretty much the classic style that we know and love from Maye.
Yeah, that's just Maye seeing a thing, recognizing it, and immediately diving in without giving everybody else the chance to click with him.
Yeah. The classic.
I mean, even then, he plays champions like Hecarim that see that. He plays champions like Olaf that see that, so they can just go and do that thing by themselves, and then once everybody clicks with them, they can start running behind him.
Yeah, L69 going ahead and taking that, what is it, that Rift Herald. Oh, it's your boy, not going to be able to get out. Oh, JJ Bell having to burn a huge misplay from the bottom lane as Shelly is actually going down mid. Rafal going to go ahead and get taken down, but at what cost? The mid lane turret is going to go down here? Yeah, it's going to go down. Shelly being used there. Mid lane now open.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know if like Hecarim needed to be on that side of the map. I don't know if they were just aware of the Rift Herald coming in or not, but he ulted for a kill that was already kind of dead. So that ult cooldown's down for a little bit. It's just kind of a misplay. Mm-hmm. Small, stub of your own toe there. But as they continue like looking on this mid lane, it looks like, are they gonna get it? Yeah, nope, they're gonna get this mid lane relatively uncontested though. So
yeah, wow. Yeah, good rotation there. Kind of caught unawares as the Yasuo and the Morgana were looking bottom lane to try and maybe catch someone out, seeing if they were going to overstay, and end up losing mid turret for that. Wow.
I don't think we're going to see any like 20-minute Baron fights here, but I think the next biggest fight is going to be around this air Drake that's coming up. Maya's going to want that Drake. He's playing the speedy boy Hecarim. He wants that. He wants to go fast. So
oh yeah, for
that's
sure.
That's going to be our next biggest point of a fight.
But here's the thing: L69 right now, I think, has the better team fight. Rafal has a little bit of tank items now. He's becoming that beefy target. Vitatis is just laying down the damage in comparison to JJ Bell. Those Caitlyn traps have been on point. And, like, honestly speaking, if Caitlyn goes unabated and he's just raining down as much damage as possible, she's not even feeling this power trough that Caitlyn usually goes to in the mid game, and he's just still pumping out all the damage that he needs.
Mm-hmm, most definitely. They've gotten over, like, the fed status of their bot lane has definitely gotten them over the humps where they're going to feel bad. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do with this Yasuo. I'm kind of suspecting that they're going to have Yasuo match the Gnar, even though he's going to be at a TP disadvantage. He has the capability of getting the knock-up on the Gnar and stopping any sort of TP play. But I think right now he's going to be the only person that's able to kill this Gnar in a 1v1.
Even with the black shield, Kaligi opting to flash there just doesn't want to take any risk. We see the bottom lane now pushing into this Poppy. Yeah, bottom lane now pushing into this Poppy. Multiple members now backing, and yeah, as you said, this Air Drake is coming up pretty soon. What's the button to actually activate that? Hold on. There was something that you could do.
You're about looking to see the Drake?
Interface visibility. Oh, objective timers. You can do that on. Okay, cool. Yeah, perfect. So you go to the little interface visibility where the directed camera is on the bottom left-hand corner. That eye, and then you hit objective timers, and it automatically shows. Yeah. So the Air Drake now live for the side. Oh my God! Kaligi just being. He's out of there.
Deleted Morgana.
And JJ Bell. Oh my God!
Excellent knockout by Rakan.
JJ Bell is in a little bit of trouble. This is Lugo trying to make something happen. He's caught out. There's not enough members on his team. Maya is in the back line as he does, taking out by Tatis. Menbung is now the last one to go. A huge knockup. This is going to be Air Drake for Noble 5. A clean ace.
Yeah, there you see the control aspect of Ari shining in. Or the Glacial Ari build coming in. Like, his ability to slow down the Yasuo and just buy them just enough time to keep the unit frames away from him just so they don't have to get into that dash range and let him get all over the place. I think that bought them just enough time to be able to win that fight. If Yasuo had definitely got to stick on to anybody, it was GG real quick.
All right, well, Noble 5 making me eat my words hella quick because that team fight was thoroughly in their favor. But yeah, like you said, I mean, this is Lugo now feeling the power of that Glacial Augment Ari. He wasn't able to get into those sticks. Oh, Maya being rooted up. He is going to go down. Looks like Noble 5 have overstayed. Tui trying to make something happen. Goes Mega Gnar into the Gnar. 4 members, but again, Maya is down. They have to keep this in mind. Juice Me Daddy still pumping out the damage. This is Lugo going to go ahead and get onto JJ Bell. Oh my God, that was actually a lot of damage on the side of JJ Bell. Almost taking out Menbung.
Is this just are we going to throw back and forward? Like, is this what we're going to do today?
Well, you see, so you were saying how there's no reason why they should throw, or there's no reason why they should ever be behind. Gold is now in the favor of Noble 5 after that unofficial ace level 1.
It's in the favor of Noble 5, but then it just immediately shrunk up because they overstayed in mid lane when they should have just left.
Yeah, like, that's my ace call 100%, by the way. Being on a team with Maya, that's 100% my ace call.
I know. I'm going to put it on the basket of the Gnar that went in and tried to land the ultimate that he missed. And that's not to flame. That's just like, look, guys, you just won. You just aced. You just got this massive gold objective, and like you've got all of the stuff on your side. Just get the mid lane, take the reset, take your advantage.
No,
like, it's safer. Just
no,
play safe.
No, as someone that okay, all right, yeah, no, my. Kaligi going down. Yeah, he will go down to Juice Me Daddy. Maya almost going down as well. He gets away with murder.
God, this Maya on this stupid horse, man. He's just walking in and deleting people. Like,
I love it.
I know we talked about like the Yasuo being like held back that fight, but also like Maya was just deleting people. He walked in, deleted Morgana, and took him off the map. They started that fight at a 4v5. Like they're gonna have to worry about this in the entire game. Maya's just gonna walk in and goes, okay, hey, one of you is dead.
Yeah, no, that's man, that's the Maya special. What you mean? Like he's been doing that all season 5. As Tui being in a bad situation as well, a huge casket throw, trying to make it out of there. But this is Lugo has a lot of mobility. Rafal's here as well. Yeah, it's okay. All right. That was a very fast little yordle that I thought almost made it out, but there's no way between 3 people like Yasuo and Gragas and Poppy. That is.
Yeah, and that's just Tui being like off the page of his team. Like he's pushed up way out while his team is still back in their own jungle. Like, yeah, that's on him, boo boo.
Oh, the binding almost being clutched.
Excellent black shield.
Yeah, huge black shield, but Kaligi's still gonna go down to the charm. Oh, Hextech GOP is so fucking wonderful. It wasn't even used. It was the Twin Shadows, but fuck this build.
Yeah, you get the Twin Shadows in, you get the slow, and then you get the GOP to follow up.
Oh, it makes my heart hurt.
That's a good point on Biscuit Hat in chat, though. Like, I'm also questioning the Athene's rush on Rakan. I would have liked to see.
All right. Well, Maya just whiffed the ultimate, but it doesn't matter. There's 3 members going in. The huge taunt, grand entrance. Menbung is here now. The Lugo ultimate still not being. You see, look, this is my thing. All right. I was on a team with Maya. How does he get away with this, but no one else can? He straight up whiffs the ultimate, and he still just walks out as if nothing happened, and everything's hunky dory.
He's rigged everything. So the only thing that I can imagine that we take the Athene's rush to kind of wind back to Biscuit Hat's point is that he's banking on Mai doing this bullshit right here. He wants that Athene's passive to come in and save Mai's bacon at the last second.
Oh no, Vitalis, there's just nothing you could do. The Twitch shadows is just too much. Ratui is chasing down Kaligi. It is gonna go down. Rafal now in it.
Just stop! Just stop!
The ants come marching one by one.
Stop!
Why
are you still going forward? You cascaded him! Walk away!
Oh hey, there's a double kill for Lugo. Ratui now getting out of there.
just like
He 100% baited his bot lane, but let's not let this man off free trial and everything. He baited the shit out of JJ Bell and Simple.
These people are so greedy. Both sides, you both should feel bad about this. Lord, our next Drake's another air Drake, so we're going to see another fight down this way because Maya's not going to allow this one to go over. That's just more damage onto him. L69 is better set up for this with the bot lane for N5 being in base, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a pretty free Drake. Where do we? Man, he really doesn't care.
He really doesn't care. He's just posting
that Gragas could easily just E into him and he'd die, but for whatever reason, Menbung doesn't have the cojones to do it. Oh boy. Well, now that we have a little bit of lull in the action, as JJ Bell takes that route to the face, and Maya just, ults in, doesn't hit anybody, but it doesn't matter. Kaligi's gonna go ahead and die because that's just what the horse does.
We're just gonna stop observing this game during the lulls because every time you try to start, it's Maya's pressing R or E and running in.
And then he lives. And then you forget to add the part where he lives.
He goes in 1v5 and then lives.
And then he lives. Yeah, he's just like, oh, hey guys, like, what's up? He's like invisible. I fucking swear to God, it's like he doesn't exist on this map. He doesn't exist on this plane of existence. As they're starting the Baron for whatever reason. Rafal, that's a huge stun onto Maya, but again, it doesn't matter. Depends on... Ooh, that was almost a huge charm from the side of Juice B Daddy. Looking for Vitalis. The Spirit Rush is down now. It'll be interesting to see how these fights are now played out. Ooh. This is Lugo kind of caught out. Maya is in it. He's in it to win it. He wants his team to follow up, and yes, they do. And again, Maya just gets away with fucking murder.
Alright, somebody start the petition to ban Maya from this league.
Yeah, and now Menbung is being caught out for absolutely no reason other than the fact that it's a 4v5, as the huge GLP slowing down every single member. Kaligi is going to go down to the horse. JJ Bell picking up the kill. Oh no, I'm sorry, Ratui picking up the kill on the fall, because why not? Maya says, I'm carrying this game, I'm taking this blue buff. And now we're looking towards Baron.
Should be a free Baron. Just this constant bloodbath without actually, thinking about the macro. I'm not even gonna say that anybody's thinking about the macro. They're going in, they're getting a kill. They're like, okay, just fucking do this now. Okay, let's go do that now. It's all tempo. There's no patience.
So here's the thing. All right, I was on a team with Maya last split, and he has this effect on the game where he forces you to play his style.
Yeah, like, he is the most aggressive jungler in the PMA LCS, and he's going to do that because that's exactly what lets him win.
No, I understand that, but he's the most aggressive style jungler in the LCS, and he makes his team play like that. He makes every single player, he makes all 9 players, no matter what squad he's going against, no matter what squad he has, he makes them play as aggro as he does, and it's fucking amazing how he does that. Like UTD last season on season 5, the bloodiest team in the LCS, like hands down. But it worked. You don't understand how it works or why it works, but it works. And we're seeing that right now. They were clean aced at level 1, and they still had the same amount of aggression. They forced these teams to play that 5v5, and it's like, all right, well, you better know the 5v5 micro, because if not, we're going to win. And we're seeing that time and time and time again.
Oh, man, this just... My don't draft me unless you're drafting me at support, because I can't play that
stuff. No, he will draft you at support, and he said, all right, you're playing Morgana, right? All right, cool. You're taking Hex Flash.
No. It's so bad. No.
Oh, man. So yeah. Also,
excellent binding.
Rakan with these. Oh, God.
Yeah, have my babies.
Yeah, that was a huge disengage from the Rakan. There was 4 members that thought they had it, but Rakan just said, "Nah, we're chilling. We're mad chilling over here." And it looks like this may actually be my God.
It's your boy.
It's your boy is just running rampant. There's a reason why they banned this champion from him. The Dap Penguin, no. Oh, right, is that game? I think this is game.
A 26-minute game. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any words for L69 there?
Ward up better. Don't let my play you. Like, don't play to his style. Don't play to the
Don't let the man play you.
You have to ward so well against this team, and that's something that I saw in post game against for Club Penguin. Like, warding on this team, like Maya's going to take the most interesting and the most unique gank capacity he possibly can. If you have him on a champion like Hecarim too, that can just speed in suddenly, your vision has to be so deep on him at all times. Like, you just have to ward better on this. And then, like, I didn't even pay attention to the warding because this is just a constant bloodbath, so I can't say whether L69 did a bad job at this or not. I'm just saying, like, that's the only way you're going to stop this is to get deeper vision on Maya so you can constantly see where he's going to go next.
I mean, the Morgana had a 61 vision score above everyone else. The next highest was on It's Your Boy at... I'm sorry, no. The next highest was actually the Gragas at 38.
Well, I guess like they had the wards, but like, they just didn't look at their maps then. The interface, maximize mini maps.
Yeah. But as I was saying, Maya just has that effect, man. And I will talk about it time and time again. Every time I see him play, or every time I play with him, or anytime anybody plays with him, they can thoroughly say that Maya just has the effect of saying go, and it works. Like, there are situations where you shouldn't Hecarim ult one person 1v5 and get out of there, but he does. And his team helps him with that. They enable him. Stop enabling Maye. This is a public service announcement. He's on fucking drugs. It's called Hecarim. Take him out of there. Ban his Olaf too. Fuck that champion. That enables him. Just fuck. I'm done. We're cutting the stream.